From Detroit, it's Coffee and Chocolate.
This is Vampire the Masquerade, Reckoning in New York. We are playing Patrick's perspective this time I've already gone through Callie's perspective the previous playthrough. We're learning a little bit more behind the scenes, not least of which of all the machinations that Patrick is involved with, both with the Anarchs and with his secret
Vampire the Masquerade,
Reckoning in New York. I think in this one, we're going to meet up with one of Callie's old contacts, and we'll see where it goes from there. Let's push play. New York Night 2, Night Courier, main quest. Let's hope the intel this Night Courier gives us about Callie's sire is worth the trouble of setting up a meeting. You know, I'm not going to lie, I really don't think my friends I know and work with in Ireland would really appreciate the horrible hatchet job I'm doing on Patrick's accent. But hey, yeah, you know, you do the best you can with what you have, right? The car ride is silent. Skylar doesn't seem all that fond of conversation, and Callie, for whatever reason, has made the decision to not talk my ear off. To be perfectly candid, it worries me a little. I can see out of the corner of my eye that she's nearly unraveled the fraying edge of her sleeve with her nervous fidgeting, but she doesn't seem to notice. I considered asking if she's all right, but decided against it at the end. She usually has no issues chatting about anything that comes to her mind, so I should just enjoy this brief tranquility. It's just that she seems anxious. And that makes me worry about whatever awaits us on the other side of this ride. As we pull up to the meeting spot, the Night Courier stands out immediately. Mostly she's the only one around, clad in dark leathers and sporting a helmet. She disappears into the night alongside her bike. We barely come to a halt before Skylar jumps out of the car and approaches the courier in a few strides. She seems eager to talk and even more eager to bolt, so I keep my eye on her, ready to give chase. I assume Callie is doing the very same thing, but mentioning it shouldn't hurt. She looks like she might make a run for it. Oh, come on. Of course she does. Or am I the only one flagged as a flight risk in your book? I try not to smile at her mock outrage. Yes, it's a saga in the making. The moment Skylar pivots and heads our way, we cut the chatter and step out of the car. 5 minutes, that's all I could get for you. Spend it well. She reaches a hand out toward Callie, who slaps it gleefully. Skylar rolls her eyes theatrically. The key. You know, to your stash. I held up my end of the bargain. Yeah, got it right here. Callie tosses the key, which Skylar easily snags out of the air. I quell the urge to ask what the key opens. Whatever the answer, it is of no consequence. Pleasure. She's off into the night. As she disappears, we casually approach the Night Courier. A little too casually, for my tastes. I'm impatient after that bizarre encounter in front of the Empire of the Sun, eager to end this nonsensical quest and get back to my research. So naturally I open my mouth to speak, glad that Callie takes the cue. Shut the hell up, pretty boy. My teeth grind involuntarily. What an ill-mannered termagant. Callie! The fuck did you get yourself into this time? She takes off her helmet and scowls at Callie like an angry wife. Jess, holy shit, is that actually you? Of course they knew each other. Must have received the same diploma in sass. Is this why you dragged my ass over here to star in this shitty high school reunion? Jess must have been top of the class. Care to introduce me? The courier's eyes nearly pop out of her head. Oh, piss off! Is this really why I'm out here? What? Oh, hell no. No, it's, alright, let's just go one step at a time. I seem to have lost the thread of this conversation. Patrick, meet Jessica Wainwright. I know you like it formal. She was part of our crew before she up and vanished like a ghost a year back. Speaking of which, we thought you were gone. For good. Jessica seems a little thrown off balance by Callie's words. Oh, really? Well, that clears up the mystery of the silent phones. Oh, so we're playing it like that? I fucking warned you. Not like I can text beyond the grave. FYI, I left you guys a fucking note. Witnessing arguments, especially ones that have nothing to do with me, has been my job for the last 2 years, but they still make me so very uncomfortable. And Callie and Jess are swapping lines so fast that I can't find a spot to cut in and diffuse the situation. The hell are you on about? Raynard said, oh, of course, Raynard fucking Cassell, turning shit into gospel. Obviously no love lost here. But she paints a different picture of him than Callie does. Why the hell are you poking around for him anyway? Why? Because it's a fucking Tuesday, that's why. And by that I mean he's off the grid, and now I'm neck deep in shit because the Camarilla wants him found. Right. And who's this charmer? I shrug. I'm the raft keeping her afloat in the cesspool she's plunged into. Callie jumps up a little, pouting at me with a wounded look in her eyes while Jessica laughs. So, I'm surfing this wave of horseshit with you. Oh, you filthy, filthy lifeline. I just smile. I can see when I've met my match. The sheriff had him shadow me. I swear he's useful sometimes. Maybe it's the pretty yet infinitely punchable face that does it? Right. And you just went along with all this creeping around because why? Alright. Pop quiz. Option A. I'm in the mood for some company. Option B. I do it or I get my head lopped off by the sheriff. Take a wild guess which one I pick. Jessica's not amused. Callie seems to sense that what she's putting down isn't getting picked up because she lowers her voice, as if letting Jessica in on a deep, dark secret. Truth be told, there's gotta be something bigger at play with this whole mess, you hear me? I just can't figure out what the hell they want with Raynard and why they want it now, of all times. Jessica shrugs, crosses her own arms over her chest, looking like she couldn't care less. Water's wet, sky's blue, piss stinks, by which I mean underneath all that charm, Cassell's been a two-faced, lying stack of shit from day one. No wonder the ivory tower's on his lips. Callie seems stumped and somehow uncomfortable, with a flicker of pity I notice in Jessica's eyes. The foundation of her own life, her perception of Raynard Cassell, appears in danger of crumbling. We really don't have time for this. We're gonna stay formal. It has come to my attention that you might know where Mr. Cassell is hiding. Jessica laughs, and Callie looks positively aghast for some reason. Oh, honey. Cassell's an even deeper shit than Callie is. See, I've been involved with the circulatory system off and on, passing messages and whatnot. She leans back further on her bike, cool, collected, confident. I cross my arms, mirroring her pose in an effort to look more disinterested. Word is, Cassell shot right up to the top of their shit list just a couple of nights back, based on some fresh intel they got from who knows where. She leans forward on her elbows, looking at Callie. This is major league shit, Callie. Could be Uncle Sam level big. And it might not just be Cassell in the crosshairs, but anyone tangled up with him. Keep the hell away. Yeah, except running away somehow vanished from my playbook, so I'll literally lose my head over it. Jessica shrugs and starts putting her helmet back on. It's your problem, not mine. I bailed on that cluster of a sire for a reason, and life's been beautiful ever since. Good fucking luck, though. Pause for dramatic effect. And don't bother calling me again. Then she's gone. Just an engine roar fading into the night. Right back at you, bitch! Avoiding my gaze, Callie laughs awkwardly and gives some loose stones a frustrated kick. Well, she's quite something. How are you holding up? Oh, absolutely peachy. What's a little hate between siblings, am I right? Avoiding personal topics is becoming a classic refrain for her. So, circulatory system, huh? What's your take? I decide to let that one slide. She already looks like she's one push away from toppling into the abyss. There seems to be something more at play here. They are dangerous, that's true, but they usually don't go after small fry. Their acute interest in your sire, the intel they've acquired. The future does not at all look bright for Raynard Cassell. Great. And we're no closer to finding him than we were last night or whenever. Well, there's also the matter of whether the circulatory system intends to hunt you as well. Being Raynard's accomplice and all. Oh, please, I'm hardly even a sidekick. I just look at her and she barks out a laugh. Well, seeing as how your Anarch lead didn't really pan out, I guess we're hitting Senseric next? This is bad, but maybe I'll manage to talk her out of what is clearly suicide. Well, it is indeed our backup lead, but only lead. Fine, at the moment it is our only, but I have my reservations about Sensei. Let's unpack this back in the haven. Dawn's nearly upon us. I start walking toward the car, then pause upon noticing Callie hasn't moved. She just tugs at her sleeve and smiles at me apologetically. Yeah, funny story, but I can't, literally. Young lady, get in the car right this instant. You need to get to my haven before dawn. Thing is, your haven isn't safe for me anymore. What are you? It's just a thing with my clan. If I crash in the same spot more than once a week, you might as well sweep me up at sundown, like with a broom. For once, she actually seems genuine. Sheepish. Of course, she expects me not to believe her. Don't. She'll be gone. The crown. Guard, keep her close. Keep her close. Keep her close. Let her go, Finn. Let her go. Perhaps I could loosen her leash an inch or two. She's been a good sport. By her standards. Yeah. I get it. I'm not messing around. Oh. You do? I contain a smile. Let's rendezvous at my place tomorrow night. Got a private eye in mind who might have an idea where to find Sincere. P.I. You don't mean D'Angelo, do you? The world is small, it seems. It seems you don't have the highest opinion of him. Look, the leper's a good guy but a dead end. Grilled him about Reynard and got zilch. Even implied it was somehow my fault Reynard's vanished. Well, Cassell is practically a ghost, and Sarek, on the other hand, is not exactly hiding. D'Angelo should know a thing or two about him. Fair, but he's a slippery little eel. You might need leverage to get him talking. This time I allow myself a smile. Leave that to me. He'll talk. I turn around and climb behind the wheel of my car. Tomorrow, dusk, my haven. Don't let me down. She gives me a playful salute, waving at me like a child dropped off at school. Such a peculiar woman. As for Jessica, her intel is as valuable as it is troubling. Circulatory system and their hit list. Well, it's no joking matter. My thoughts on Reynard Cassell swirl and collide in a vortex of incomprehension until suddenly the inkling of an idea emerges. He must have done something outrageous to attract the system's attention. And I might just know whom to ask about all of it. Dangerous Liaisons Part 2, Main West. Encounters with Vritra are far from pleasant, but they're a trial I must endure if I want to get the answers that have been eluding me for nearly a century. Well, this will be done. Once before have I trespassed onto this ship without an explicit invitation, and Reader made it exceedingly clear that such behavior was unacceptable. Times change. Our dynamic has shifted. Our relationship has grown. Especially now, I hold more value to her. Mainly because of this unique voice of mine. Whether I'm slightly more valued than before is of little import when she still keeps me in the dark about whatever catalyst of knowledge she awaits and why she withholds answers. Answers that she owes me. This time, when I make my way to the ship's upper deck, I am surprised to discover that Vritra's already there, standing on the prow, taking in the views, assessing the scale of her domain, perhaps. I fully expect to be reprimanded for encroaching on her turf, but her voice is below frigid when she speaks, which means she's being as warm and inviting as possible. Pat, what an unexpected pleasure. What brings you to my domain? I look at her for a moment, candor and subtlety jostling for dominance in my mind. In the end, despite a complete lack of concrete evidence, I know Callie's playbook and take a gamble. Shut up, just shut up, idiot, dimwit, fool. What is your involvement with Reynard Cassell? I know he plays some kind of role in this spectacle of yours. Is he the reason you keep withholding information about my voice? Tell me. Vritra's smirk belies more than a drop of venom. And where does this inquiry come from? Your intuition? A hunch, as fledglings say nowadays? The smirk grows deeper, more acrid. Or has your voice suggested it? I would really prefer a straight answer instead of more questions. I've had my fill of them lately. Britra hums playfully. Something in her throat makes that sound double, triple, quadruple until it pierces the air like a horn heralding the fall of an entire city. Rarely does one hear such an ominous sound and live to tell the tale. Being undead has its advantages from time to time. Reynard Cassell is indeed one of the pawns on my chessboard. His task is delicate, but of crucial importance to all of my endeavors, perhaps the most crucial. My suspicions were correct. There's a hint buried in that thought. Maybe I should take it. Should you, Finn? It is, however, nothing to lose your sleep over, my dear boy. But I do have a very special task just for you. I pull my fists in fury and helplessness and repeat the mantra in my head. As long as she has the answers I seek, I will suffer her treating me like a child. What can I do for you, Fritra? She smiles at me as sweetly as her morbidly beautiful face allows. Keep Reynard Cassell's child occupied? I understand she has somewhat of an unfortunate attachment to him, but it would be best if she did not locate him too soon. You need not interfere with her quest, but do not make it easier for her, and do keep an eye on her. Those of their clan have an unfortunate tendency to make things unpredictable when left unsupervised. I shall. I have done nothing, if served you well. I would say I've been more than considerate. She responds with silence and that unnervingly calm, icy stare that could easily drive one to the brink of madness. It's a weapon she's honed to perfection. I thought I'd be used to it by now, but it slices through me as viciously as the very first time. How long's it been? 6 months? Half a year trapped in this endless spin of justifications, half-truth and unfulfilled promises, constantly veered off course. Despite her alleged interest in my unique condition, despite our shared thirst for answers, despite the growing urgency, the resolutions to my dilemma always hover just beyond my grasp. Still, she is the first kindred to make me believe she could truly grant me a reprieve. I have been holding up my end of the bargain. Not once have I raised objections, and not once have I strayed from our agreement. But I'm not one of your puppets, Fritra. I thought I made my stance unequivocally clear. That you did. This cannot go on. You need to deliver on your promises or I'm walking away. She cracks a smile, as stunning as it is rare, like a dragon flashing its fangs. It suits her. All in due time, dear. All in due time. Damn her, stringing me along. I can see she has no more information to share, but perhaps I could see whether she's involved with Sanseric. I tire of this conversation, but let me give you a treat for a job well done, I have a nice new herd downstairs, freshly acquired. Come with me and relax, feed, enjoy yourself. You've worked so hard, my dear boy. You deserve it. With these words on her lips and a pat on my head as if placating a morose hound, she saunters below deck. Shut up! Just shut up, idiot! Dimwit! Fool! I instinctively reached for my ring, but after a brief moment of contemplation, conflict, and weighing pros and cons, I fall. Alright, I think we're gonna call it for there. So, I guess we knew that Patrick was conspiring with Ritra and was much more knowledgeable of what was going on behind the scenes and everything. So that's fascinating. That's very good. I see the next scene, however, involves Jessica, who heretofore was not a very active player. It shall be interesting to see how this proceeds out. So, with that,